Right, 6 marker here on drug development. It says, in 2014, the Ebola virus killed almost 8,000 people in Africa. Drug companies have developed a new drug to treat Ebola. Explain what testing must be done before this new drug can be used to treat people. So this is all about knowing all the stages for drug development. And you can use the memory trick here that I like to use, which is CAVIP. Each of these stand for something. So C is the first stage of preclinical trials. So these 2 stages are for preclinical trials. Then you've got these 2 stages which are for clinical trials, and then you've got the P at the end. So first stage you're going to talk about is in preclinical trials. The drug is tested on, so the C in CAVIP stands for cells and tissues. So that's the first one done. Then the second stage is on live animals. Then it is tested on live animals. That's the last stage of preclinical testing. So here they test for 3 different things. They test for dosage, toxicity, and efficacy. So here they test dosage, toxicity, and efficacy. Then we can move on to the clinical trials. So the V in CAVIP is for volunteers, i.e. healthy volunteers who don't have the disease. So in clinical trials, it is tested on healthy volunteers. So at this point, it's only tested at low doses to find the optimum dose with the least amount of side effects. Then you move on to the I. So here, this stands for ill patients. So these are the people which have the disease, the ones that do have Ebola here. Second stage of clinical trials. The drug is then tested on patients with Ebola. And we can say here, so a double-blind trial is used. So that's when you give some patients a placebo, which is a fake drug, and some patients the real drug, and you monitor the results. The patient doesn't know whether they're getting the placebo or the real drug. And because this is double-blind and not just a normal blind trial, it means the doctors who are analyzing the results don't know either. So a double-blind trial is used with a placebo. We can say that here. And then finally, we've got the P, which is for peer review. So we can say here, a peer review is carried out, and the reason why is to prevent any false claims. And there we have it. We've got more than enough information for 6 marks there.